Maggie is with us in Washington, D.C. Hi, Maggie. How are you?
Hi, Dave. I'm good. How are you?
Better than we deserve. What's up?
My husband and I are trying to figure out, we're in baby step 2, and we're trying to figure out if we should trade in 2 of our cars for used cars that would be a lot more cost effective so we could get rid of our car payment.
It was hard to let that
Um,
come out of your mouth, wasn't it?
yeah, my heart is also racing right now. I listen to you every single day, and it's surreal that
It's
I'm
like,
actually talking to you.
So, all right,
Um,
tell us about the cars. Car number 1, what do you owe on it? What is it worth?
okay, so it's a Volkswagen Atlas 2018. We owe about 11,000 on it. It's worth. We went to a dealership yesterday. We got them up to 19 on that.
Wow.
And that one we're still paying. Yeah, and that one we're still paying. And then the other one is a 2009 Jeep Liberty, and that one is paid off. At first they came to us at 2,700. I got them up to 5.
hmm
Um,
What is your
so
household income?
it's about 145
How
a
much debt have
year.
you got?
We have 81,982 left.
hmm I would not sell these cars unless you don't like them.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you hear go?
Yeah.
Yes.
The idea was really exciting because it would expedite the process. And I'd like to just knock this out as soon as I can. It's just hanging over my head every day, this debt.
Yeah.
But
If you told me
it is.
81,000 and you had a 30,000 car debt, yeah,
Mhm,
yeah. But 11,000
mhm.
of 81 is not your problem, is it?
No.
Yeah.
Well, and you're
So
Yeah.
still going to
Okay.
need something to drive, and that's not, I mean, you'd only have about, what, 8,000?
you just get rid of the $11,000 in debt and buy a car.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
basically.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We have 3 kids, so we're not trying to get like the oldest car on the block with when we're driving on the highway and stuff. So we do like the car, the Atlas, but the payment, I feel like it's just taking a while to get rid
Yeah.
of it.
What's the
So
rest of the debt?
student loans,
hmm
student loans, really. Yeah.
hmm How long have you been working on all this? The Ramsey way.
Uh, we started in 2020, and we were making some headway. And then last year, so at the end of 2020, we had our 3rd child. And long story short, it just ended up being like a very difficult year. I was in like survival mode. He had a lot of health issues. It just fell off the wagon
Mm.
and just didn't do anything.
How's he
And
doing
then at
now?
the beginning, he's a lot better. He's still crazy, but much better health wise. So he's just our wild one, and we're definitely done now.
Okay.
But so we've decided to get back on track,
Yeah.
and we've paid off about 7,000
Yeah.
so far. And at the end of this year, we're supposed to have this car paid off at the end of this
So
year.
here's what I
Yeah.
heard, and you can
Mhm.
tell me if I heard it wrong. Uh, we've just been through hell, and I'm
Mhm.
tired, and I'm desperately
Mhm.
looking for a quicker, easier way to do this, and I was hoping this was it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
right.
So the good news is you get to keep the car. The bad news is because it's not the problem. The bad news is now it is game on, girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
We're-
the rest of
we
that garbage is in the rearview mirror. Most of it anyway. Thank goodness.
Mhm.
Sorry you've been through all that. It's hard. I mean, it's been a hard couple of years for a lot of us, and
Right.
emotionally and stress and everything else, and just the whole the climate in the culture right now is just bizarre. So it's just
Right.
affecting everything. But yeah, and I'm sorry you've been through that. Here's the trick though. Mathematically and actually, 90% of you getting out of debt is you guys getting gazelle intense on a budget,
Mhm.
working the plan, no eating out, no vacations, no freaking life, and we're going to clean this mess up. You make $145,000, you should be debt free in 18 months.
I was thinking 15, but
Okay, I'll
yeah,
go with
probably
15.
more.
I'll go with 15. And for that, you don't sell
Yeah.
the car. The car
Okay.
accelerates that by 1.5 to 2 months.
Right.
Point being,
Right.
it does not solve the problem.
Right.
If it
Right.
cut the time from 18 months to 9 months, your car's sold, girl. I'd be throwing it out right now. For
Right.
you, right?
Yeah, you guys have
Right.
a really good shovel. I mean, it'd be a bit more
Yeah.
concerning if you didn't have such a high income, but you do have a good shovel to work with. And like Dave said, you could knock this out easily in under 2 years. You could still live on six figures and knock this out in 2 years. So it's like if you guys get gazelle intense, you can do that even faster.
So,
Yeah.
you play any, did
I
you
am-
do you play any sports when you were a kid?
I did cross country.
Okay, cross country.
Running.
There you go. That's a sport. And so you're running what, 3? What is that, a 3-mile run usually in high school?
Yeah, usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first mile and a half of your 3-mile run, you fell twice and skinned your knees. Oh, and your hands while you're at it. Okay?
Mhm.
Now you got the rest of the run left. You're not going to fall in this part of the run, but those falls are causing you to have to suck it up and get with it. And it's hard. It's hard to overcome the pain of the first half of the race. You had a painful first start on this. And, I think it's just smart to say it out loud. Those are legitimate reasons that you didn't fall off the wagon, girl. You got knocked off the wagon. And it's legitimate pain. You felt it. It's real. Your knees are skinned. Your hands are skinned. You fell.
Yeah.
And it's okay to say that, but what that means is once you say it out loud, you go, and game on. Second half. We got the crap beat out of us in the first half. We're going back in the second half and take them back. I'm going to take this game back.
Yep, I ran cross country in high school, and that speaks to my heart. I mean, I just remember the middle of the race, especially if you had a bad first half, feels so disheartening. You're just like, oh, I don't know if I can go on. But man, when you round that corner and you start getting closer to the finish
Yep,
line, you're
yep.
going to feel
Yep.
your spirit lift again. You just have to get through
Yeah,
this really hard middle.
It's lifting the chin up and looking at that finish line and reaching for that instead of gazing in the rearview mirror. And it's hard. It's emotional. But I'm just saying, I'm agreeing with you. It's been difficult, but that's all. You're just going to use that as motivation for the second half. Game on. 15 months, girl. I want to hear from you. I want to hear your debt-free scream.
Yeah, come see us.
We're proud of you. We love you. Get after it.